Welcome back, ladies, gentlemen, and NBs, and thank you for tuning back into St. Andrew TV, a cure for your Monday blues. I'm your host, Andrew, and as you saw from the clip at the beginning of the video, this is another installment of fancy gun spinning tricks, but this one comes with a little bit of a story. I have personally never seen this gun spin done, so this one is a St. Andrew TV original. Now, this gun spin actually came to me from a dream I had when I got back from Eldorado days not too many days ago. I woke up and immediately ran for my 6-gun because this was something that I was imagining in my brain while I was down for a slumber. And I tried it a couple different times and really fine-tuned it, and I hope everybody enjoys it here today. This is a gun spin that I actually dreamed into existence. So if you follow me along, I will show you how to do it. As with every fancy gun spinning trick, we always check if our revolver is unloaded, which mine is. We never do these fancy gun spinning tricks with a loaded firearm because that's a good way to get yourself dead. So as we begin, we are going to set our pistol in our holster like so, and as you saw from the clip at the beginning of the video, you actually pull it out ready to do a road agent spin. So that's the first little thing that we do when we're starting this gun spin. So we start by pulling the gun out of the holster like so with your finger notched on the trigger guard like that and cupping the frame with the 3 fingers. That is also known as the road agent spin when you bring it up like that. That was the only thing that was added to the gun spin. Everything else is original. I just wanted to add a little bit more panache to it. Oh, I don't know how efficient this is, but how you start it once you get it up from the road agent spin like that is you're actually going to slap the underside of the barrel like that and kick it back towards you. I would start by trying that by smacking the barrel and having it go rotate back up in your hand like so, because once you get after about 270 degrees of that spin, it's going airborne. Now, it's not going to go airborne for too long, but you are going to have the revolver up in here somewhere. And adding to that, you're going to have to be a little bit more ambidextrous. So try that a few times. Not too difficult. It's when you start getting into the letting it go at the 270 degree mark and catching it at the 360 degree mark with your other hand, where you do the same thing back over. However, I'm going to try to slow it down to the best of my abilities. So as you smack the revolver back, about right here, you're going to flick your arm forward and it's going to go up in the air, and you hopefully catch it in any meaningful capacity as long as it's roughly on plane with your non-dominant hand. That's when you reset, get the finger in the trigger guard, and get it into a firing position so you can do the same thing over here and then catch it. Now you can either go forward with it and cup it, put it back in your holster, or you can go backward with it, cup it, and put it in your holster. Now with many, and by many I mean all of the gun spinning tricks that you see on the channel where the gun goes in the air, that's about as slow as it's going to get for you. I will do it from the front and I will do it from the side so you can see the full range of motion. But as for slow motion, that's about as good as it's going to get. So let's do it in real time now. Let's place our gun in our holster. And if you have an authentic holster like mine, you can cheat a little bit and bring that gun out so you can latch your finger onto the trigger guard. It's no big deal if you want to. You cheat a little bit. This is the easy part after all. Bring your gun up like this, rotate and spin up into your hand, get it into a firing position, and get ready. Where you give it a pretty firm tap, bring it up, and you catch it with your non-dominant hand. And notice how I roughly kept it level, not the cleanest transition, but We are just trying to go through the motions. But now we are in a firing position over on this side. That's where you give the revolver a little tap and bring it over back into your dominant hand. Give it a little flick. I go forward, easier for me, and put it back into your holster. You can even give it the little flick and go on the cross side too. It does not matter. So let's do this in real time now and see how we do. Just like so. As long as you catch it roughly on plane, you're doing okay. Just make sure you get your finger in the trigger guard pretty quickly so it can be one fluid motion, and you can arguably just keep doing this and almost juggle the revolver. I don't see why not, but the holster is the starting and the finishing point, just for the record. So if you start here and juggle a few times, make sure you put it back in whichever holster that you have on. But I digress. Let's move to the side so you can see the full range of motion. Pull the gun out, surrender, rotate and spin, flick it up, swap hands, flick it up, swap hands, and then back in your holster. That's a pretty easy way to do it. I talk myself through it when I learn these, just like I did right there. So I get all the motions down. And that was obviously a little slower so you could see what was going on. We'll move into full speed here in a second. But like I said, if you slow it down and chunk it, like rotate and spin, smack it, transition, smack it, transition, I always found it's easier to get it all down, and then you can smush it all together and make one fluent gun spin. So we're going to do it full speed here. I'm already cheating and got my finger notched on that trigger guard there, and let's do it again. Just like that. That is all there is to it. It's not that complicated once you get some of the more trivial gun spins out of the way, and if you start piecing them together, you can come up with something like that. Like I said, this was just a dream that I had. Makes me feel like Matt Bellamy from Muse. He was on like some sort of wild acid trip, and one of his acid dreams that he was having, he woke up and he was dreaming that his cat was playing the piano. And if you listen to the start of Newborn by Muse, that was actually something that his cat was playing on the piano while he was having an acid dream. I wasn't doing acid or anything, but it does tell you how brain broken I am for Wild West content. Thank you all for getting this far into the video. I certainly do appreciate it. Please leave a like if you've enjoyed today's video, or leave me a comment stating what you liked, or tell me what I should do next. I have a Patreon that is linked down in the description below, or it should be appearing at the bottom of your screen here. If you enjoy the content that you see here on this channel and would like to continue to support it, please feel free to go over to the Patreon and leave a donation. Everything you see on St. Andrew TV is community funded, as I do not take ads or sponsorships, so you know everything here is homegrown and grassrooted. But that is not to say to feel any obligation to go donate to the Patreon, only if your means allow you to do so. The content on YouTube will forever remain free. Thank you to everyone who has subscribed as of late, but for those of you who have come across this video or this channel, maybe because you simply just like Wild West content. Maybe you came across it because you wanted to learn another gun spin, and this one coming to you from my own head, my own dreams. Or maybe you stopped by to crown me the Matt Bellamy of gun spinning. Think about hitting that subscribe button, because you're a daisy if you do.